We'll go ahead and get started. My name is actually Ian Chebe. I'm originally from Cameroon, West Africa. Yeah. So my wife and I, we've been doing this now for 9 years. And this is the most incredible thing that ever happened to us. My wife is not here this morning, but she'll be flying in this afternoon. And I just want to thank the entire Five Links family, starting out with the co-founders. My wife went into the emergency room October 12th, and it was discovered that she had an abscess, 9 inches abscess in her stomach. And she ended up having a major surgery that took close to 5 hours. And so since October 12th, this is actually my 3rd public appearance in about 3 months. And I just thank God because I was able to be there by her in the hospital every day for over a month, every day with her. I was able to take care of my kids. Nowhere else can you go to and be in a position to do that. And again, I want to thank all of you who actually reached out. I want to thank especially my team, Team Diamond, and the team in Gettysburg. You guys are amazing. Also want to thank especially Mr. Barry Donaldson, man, Steve and Pasha Carter. You guys are amazing. Stan and Cherise Richards, thank you guys for the flowers. Tishina Anderson and Kurt, man, the popcorn was amazing. Vaughn and Candice Villafana, I cannot thank you enough for being there at the hospital with a bunch of flowers. You guys are amazing. And to the co-founders, everybody was calling, thank you so much. So this morning, we'll be talking about some best practices that you can actually utilize to have uncommon success in your Five Links business. So best practices that Living These Nationals, we start implementing this 2015 is actually going to be incredible. And it starts out with setting realistic or proper expectations. And it's crazy that some people feel building this business 2 to 5 years is a very, very long time. And they think it's a long time to actually get rich, but they're actually stuck in the job for 40 years and they retire and they still go back to work, which it doesn't work, right? So you have to set realistic expectations. So this business is going to take at least 3 to 5 years. Last night I was actually at one of the Q&A sessions, the one that was facilitated by Double Platinum Senior Vice President, Mrs. Pasha Carter. And one of the young guys who's been in the business for 2 weeks came up to the mic and he was already complaining how he went to ET and things were not working. 2 weeks into the business. And I'm sitting there, the question that came to my mind was, for how long has this young man been working his job? And if that job was working out very, very well for him, he would not actually be in that room. Just 2 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. If you're looking at something that is going to make you millions of dollars in a week or a month or in 2 months, you are actually in the wrong business. You have to set realistic expectations. It takes at least 10,000 hours to become an expertise in any career, at least 10,000 hours. If you've ever read the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, it's clearly stated in that book that in order for you to become an expert in any discipline, whether it's nursing, plumbing, or whatever, you need to put in at least 10,000 hours. If you break that into a 40-hour work week, it translates into at least 5 years. Let me see by a show of hands how many of you in here are less than 1 year in Five Links. Yell out, less than 1 year. And I believe you guys are giving your uplines a gray hair. Already complaining, right? That the business is not working. No. You got to be very patient. Big incomes don't happen overnight. It's going to take a while. It's just, nobody ever said it was going to be easy. It's so worth it. But if you already start out setting out the realistic expectations that it's going to take at least 5 years, 10 years. So within your first year or second year, if things are not working out the way you really expected, you know that you still have some time to work on yourself in order to be good at the business. So stop looking for get-rich-quick schemes. 5 links is not one of them. It's going to take some work, ladies and gentlemen. You need to work the business. The good thing with network marketing is that it's not hard work. For me, it's not hard work. People confuse hard work and working hard. You're going to work hard, but this is not hard work. What I consider hard work is actually maybe working in a warehouse that you're lifting some heavy stuff, and at the end of the evening, you have your muscles aching and all that stuff. That is hard work. This is not hard work. But you're going to work hard anyways. You have to do it consistently almost every single day. One of the things that you have to be good at is you have to be very, very proud about what you are doing. You cannot become a 5 links on the cover and become successful. Most of you are actually 5 links on the covers. Nobody knows what you're doing. You call it a 5 links thing. And let me just clarify this. A thing is an inanimate object, something that's not living. And so when you don't give life or talk life into your 5 links business, guess what? It's going to be dead on you. So you cannot call it a thing. You have to become an advocate of our profession. Everywhere you go, people should know that you are a 5 links representative. We have a lot of stuff in the store, whether it's 5 links t-shirts. People are so scared of even putting a 5 links t-shirt to wear it and cover it all up so that nobody knows that they're 5 links representative. So you have to have that posture and confidence because you know what we got our hands on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, in my opinion, an even playing field. Anybody can come in here and compete. Whether you're a U.S. Senator, like my sister Patricia, congratulations, Patricia, or you're a bus driver like Mrs. Stan Richards, multi-million-dollar earner, or you're a sushi chef, it doesn't matter. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom, you can come in here and compete as long as you have the confidence and the posture. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to take pride in what you do. This young lady here, I don't just love Gabby. She loved what she was doing. And she just went out there and performed. In order for you to actually have the results you are looking for in your business, that's how you should be looking at it. Be proud that your income potential is unlimited. You decide what you make out of this business. Some people come in just because they want to make an extra $200 every single month. That's okay. If you want to make an extra $2,000, that's also okay. Is it an extra $5,000 that you want to make? It's also okay. Do you want to become like a Tishina Anderson, $20,000 that got her excited? Who in here can get excited with an extra $20,000 every single month? The income potential is unlimited. And one of the things you got to do is focus on the reason why you are doing this business. We always say your why has to be very, very big. You have to focus on that, as opposed to what people are telling you. Many a times people get so caught up with what people will think about them, why they are doing the business, what your friends are thinking about you, what your family members are thinking about you, as opposed to why they are actually in the business. The only time I'll listen to somebody telling me that my 5 Links business is not good is if these people are the ones putting food on my table. If they are the ones paying my kids' tuition. That's the only time I listen to them. But if they are not contributing anything positive to my 5 Links business, guess what? I take 100% responsibility of making it work. Always stay positive. Negativity is contagious. You want to stay out of negative environments, ladies and gentlemen. It's contagious. As one of my mentors said, I would rather prefer to sit on an airplane with somebody who has a cold and is sneezing every second than sit by somebody who is negative. Negativity can ruin your life. So you want to place yourself in environments that are very, very positive. You want to stop spending major time with minor people. Stop listening to people who are not successful in this business. That's one of the reasons why people are extremely not successful in network marketing. Instead of going to the guy or the girl who is very, very successful and asking them what they actually did in order to realize that success, you go to the ND or the ED or the SVP who quit. And guess what? They cannot give you any positive information. And it's not just in network marketing that people quit. People quit on everything in life. How many of you in here has a high school diploma? If you have a high school diploma, yell out yes. Yes. Let me ask you this. When you started out year 1 in high school, was it the exact same number of you who started out that graduated when you were graduating? People quit on everything. Whether it's education or marriage, people quit on everything. So it's not strange in network marketing. Again, negative people will drain your energy faster than any other thing that I can think of. If you don't believe me, get up in the morning, try to go hang out with your friends and your family members who only will actually spill out negative vibe. All they say is negative. And by the time you live there, you'll be so drained. Compare it to getting up in the morning, listening to something very, very positive, whether it's Darren Hardy or whatever, or reading a good book, and see the mood in which you actually end up in. So positive environments are very, very important. So hang out with people who always lift you up. There are people who are very, very excited to stand by and watch you fail in this business. People who are always trying to demolish you, say bad things about you. But again, you are actually in control. Only you can give them that opportunity to drag you down or make you not become successful in your 5 Links business. This is big, ladies and gentlemen. Preparation. Preparation is key. Platinum Senior Vice President Ben touched on this. Thomas touched on this. In any interaction, the most prepared mind wins. That's how simple it is. You've got to be very, very prepared. If you don't master your craft, you're going to mess it up. You're going to mess it up big time. So be prepared. Have you mastered your products and services? All the information is in the virtual office. Are you reading some good books? Are you listening to some good tapes? Are you attending events? Are you at your regular BOMs? Are you at the Super Saturdays? Are you at the regionals? Give yourselves a big round of applause for being here this weekend. This is a major part of preparation, ladies and gentlemen. And the moment you stop coming to these events, you actually see your business dwindle. I've never, ever missed a 5 Links International event. Never, ever, in 9 years. And I bet you, if you ask the leadership, all the platinums, the doubles, the senior vice presidents, they don't miss these events. There's a reason behind that. And in order to be prepared, you have to know your competitors and also master the industry details. When I talk about knowing your competitors, I'm not talking about comparing compensation plans. That is a distraction. You just have to know more about the industry of network marketing. You have to master the system. Document 707, it works. 3 simple steps. And know your numbers. It would be naive not to know that it only takes 3 business partners to go ET, 7 business partners to go ED, 25 business partners to go ND, and on and on. Thomas gave his numbers here. The number of business partners he actually requires to go to Diamond. That's what you need to be doing. This is a business. And you've got to treat it as a business. If you treat it as a hobby, guess what? You get hobby results. But if you treat it as a business, of which it is, you have serious results, and you make the big income. Again, be knowledgeable about the products and the services. There is no better way of you mastering the products and the services than you becoming a product of the product. You have to become a product of the product. Are you on all 5 links products and services? Because people will be able to tell, ladies and gentlemen, when you go out there, if you're sitting down with somebody, you're telling them about the high 5 challenge, and you yourself, you are not on the challenge, it shows up. Whether it's text alert or whatever product it is, you've got to be using the product. Because once you use the product, not only are you knowledgeable about the product, it gives you a lot of confidence. You cannot have confidence talking about something that you don't really know about. And this one is big when you're actually preparing. To me, a good leader is one who can actually put in customers or business partners into the system without the assistance of an upline. I have national directors calling me, oh, Ian, how do I sign up for this enhanced care? It's okay for the first time. But if you're giving me a 3rd call on the exact same thing, it tells me that you're not preparing. You're not serious about your business. These are all basics that are actually in the virtual office. And then, one of the best practices, ladies and gentlemen, is that you've got to become a professional. You only start making money in this business when you will decide to become a professional. Only professionals get paid. Amateurs don't. You know, in 1996, Tiger Woods, he made $9 million. For the first 10 years when he was just an amateur, he didn't make any money. 1996, when he became a professional, boom, $9 million. And I always say this, in any career, whether it's network marketing or sports or whatever it is, you've got to become a true professional. You make money when you become a professional. Let's look at basketball. LeBron James, I'm telling you, I don't care if LeBron James had the same skills and talents that he has, and he was playing in his backyard. Every day he's in his backyard and making all those baskets. Will he ever make $1? No. It's when he became a pro that he started making all that money. Ladies and gentlemen, our business perception is reality. You got to dress professionally. I'm not talking about getting custom-made suits and other stuff. Just be sharp. You have to be neat. Your car has to be clean. Honestly. Your car has to be clean. Don't pick up a prospect and they see empty bottles of water and stuff in your car. No, your car has to be clean. And my mentor, Mr. Barry Donaldson, said, just be professional in every aspect. Not only the way you dress, your hairdo. For the gentlemen, just be neat. Ladies, your hairdo, it does matter. If you want to do your toenails, don't do 7 and leave out 3, do all 10. Yeah. People are checking you out. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you agree or not, people are checking you out. And avoid amateur activities like arguing with uplines and downlines. Those are not money-making activities. Talking on the phone with quitters. Somebody quits your organization, it's okay. Don't call them and spend 2-3 hours trying to convince them. That's just who they are. They're a quitter. A quitter is a quitter. If you take a quitter and you drop them in the midst of 10,000 known quitters, he will look for a way to quit. He was going to quit anyways. He was going to quit. Stop comparing pay plans with distributors from other companies. I call this a serious distraction. Whether it's vacation or whatever, I don't care. I don't. And the moment you actually start doing that, I'm telling you, you're on your way out. Utilize all that energy, focus that energy in building a profitable 5-links business. Ladies and gentlemen, professional network marketers, they don't use hype or false promises to recruit. First, impression is everything. Stop giving your new business partners the impression that they'll come in here, they will not have to do anything, they will not have to recruit. You recruit people and place under them, you give them points and build the business for them. That is not true. Those are not professional activities. Just be honest, just be you. Give them the right information. It's a sorting process, and you actually wind up sorting the right people to build the business with. This one is big, investing in yourself, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very big, and this is what Warren Buffett said. Investing in yourself is the best thing you can do. Anything that improves your own talents, nobody can tax it or take it away from you. They can run up huge deficits, and the dollar can become worth far less. You can have all kinds of things happen, but if you have got talent yourself, and you have maximized your talent, you've got a tremendous asset that can return tenfold. That is huge. I'm telling you, those who invest in themselves will have, you realize, success faster than the individuals who are not doing this. There are a bunch of people that you know who are in your organizations who would have been here this weekend, but they came up with all types of excuses. I cannot be here, I don't have the money to be here, and all that stuff. This is not an expense, ladies and gentlemen. Being here this weekend is an investment. Again, give yourself a big round of applause. Again, this is the best investment you can make in yourself in network marketing. I'm yet to see somebody who is doing 6 figures or 7 figures in network marketing who is never at these events. I'm yet to see that. And again, when you cheap on yourself, you always have cheap results. So people who are cheap now to be here, I'm telling you, there is no way that you can capture some of these trainings here this weekend and go back and explain that to your teams. It's not going to happen. They need to be here. Those individuals are cheap on themselves, and guess what? They'll keep complaining and whining that they are not having any results. That's just how it works. You must actually invest in the tools, books, tapes, clothing, training events. I just touched on that. Everything you need to build this business is actually in the store. So instead of wasting that $20 on other things, going out to entertain yourself, go get yourself some books, some tapes. Why? Because trainings are the glue that will hold your business together. Let me tell you this, when you become a better you, every other thing will fall in place. In network marketing, I was just sharing this with Platinum Senior Vice President Savon Villafana. We talked about this business is all about duplication. You have to do PBRs and all the stuff. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the best way for you to duplicate, for massive duplication to happen on your organization, is to become the person that your organization wants to be like. Once you become that individual that your organization wants to become like, everybody is doing their share. You got to be a do-it-first leader. Nobody wants to become a lazy leader. Everybody is looking at becoming a very successful leader. And so once you actually set the right pace, your organization is going to actually duplicate that. And I love this. The bottom is crowded because people are always looking for freebies. That's why the bottom is so crowded. There are a lot of individuals at home now trying to stream this. I'm telling you, it's never the same. They are not sharing in the laughter that we're having here, or the excitement that is in this room. I'm telling you, you cannot sit in front of your laptop and stream this thing and think that is exactly the same as what is going on here. Yeah, it cannot be the same. So for those of you watching this at home, you need to be in San Antonio. You need to be there. It's not the same. Compare this to going to a movie theater and watching a movie at home with your wife, your spouse, or your kids, and going to a movie theater. You know, all that excitement going in there, the popcorn and all those things. It's totally different. And again, commitment. Ben did an extraordinary job on this commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 3 levels of commitments. 3. Some people will come in to try the business, they don't last. Some people will just try the business. Those individuals don't last. And you have people like that who come into your organization, you try it for 2 or 3 months, they are gone. Some people come in, they want to do their best. That's not bad. Giving it your best, those people usually don't last. They can go to ND and SVP and they'll still be complaining. But in order to be very, very successful, the highest level of commitment is giving it, doing whatever it's going to take. How many of you are willing to give this business whatever it's going to take to be making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in a month? That's what I'm talking about. And I'll give you a very, very simple example. Ladies and gentlemen, people tell me this business is difficult. It's not. It's right here in your head. Let me ask you this, 5 links. How many of you believe that learning the Chinese language is difficult? How many of you believe that? Or let me ask you this. How many of you in here can speak Chinese? Okay, just a few. Yell out no if you don't speak Chinese. So majority of the people in here cannot speak Chinese. Let me ask you this. If I ask you to go take Chinese classes between now and the next 3 years, and you're doing it alongside your full-time job, whatever it is you're doing right now, and I tell you, take Chinese classes Monday through Friday in the evening from 7 to 9. 7 to 9, that's 2 hours every single week, every single day for the next 3 years. And I guarantee you that after you master your Chinese language, it's going to take you 3 years. And after the 3 years, I'll guarantee you a job that will be paying you $50,000 every single month. How many of you will go take Chinese lessons? That's what our business is all about. That's what our network marketing business is all about, ladies and gentlemen. You have a full-time job. You can actually devote some time to do this business, 2 hours every evening, and see what is actually going to happen to you. And some of you think you're doing this business on a part-time basis. No, you're not. You're doing it sometimes. You do it when you feel like. So if your friends come over to visit, if you have to go out to a BOM, you're not going. But let me ask you this. If your friends came over to visit and you had to go to work, will you not excuse yourself to go to work? You still go to work. But you don't go to do your 5 links business when that happens. Part-time is 15 to 20 hours every single week. Ask yourself this question. Are you putting in 15 to 20 hours every week into your 5 links business? If the answer is yes, you are on track. Ladies and gentlemen, your level of commitment must match the size of your goals. Don't tell me you want to make $20,000 in a month and you only put in 4 hours every single week building this business. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Always stay in phase 1. What is phase 1? Those activities that will get you paid. Customers, business partners. You constantly stay in the building mode. Daily exposures, daily. Stay out of politics. Why? Politics will kill your business. Again, be a do-it-first leader. Your team will only do what you do and not what you say. So don't tell your team to go acquire 25 customer points when you yourself, you have 10. It doesn't work like that. Be the #1 recruiter on your team. Again, be on all the products and the services. This business is all about identifying and developing independent leaders. Constantly work where you are deserved and not where you are needed. Most people get caught up in that. And Thomas did an extraordinary job on that. Because Thomas was a lawyer and is successful, you're trying to go after all lawyers. I bet you there are thousands and thousands of lawyers in 5 links who are not like Thomas. Thomas is who he is because of his work ethic. It has everything to do with his work ethic. You can use this, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you can spend your time. 80% of your time exposing and doing PBRs. That's where the money is. 19% on training. Just 1% on managing. That's checking your reports and calling leaders. Most people reverse it. They are all day long, they're calling their EDs. Did you do the PBRs? Andy, did you do the PBRs? How many people came into the organization today? No. And then you have a precise plan. If you don't have a plan, you have to work for somebody who has one. Have a plan. Your future is actually defined by what you do every single day. That is and you can keep track of that. People take more time to plan for a 2-week vacation or a wedding than they will plan for their financial future. It's amazing. People who are about to take a vacation, maybe December of this year, they're already planning. They're putting aside a little money every single month or every single week. But you will not do that for your financial future. That's amazing. And this is just a simple way that you can actually track your daily activities. You can simply ask yourself, how many people did that prospect today? And guess what? If the answer is 0, guess what your results will be? 0. That's why I love network marketing. How many presentations did I have today? If your answer is 0, your results will be 0. So in network marketing, it's not the hype. It's your action. How many phone calls? How many events did I promote today? Being good at promoting events will make you a fortune. Can you imagine if your entire organization was right here in this room right now? Leaving this event is going to be an explosion on your team. How many people do I have confirmed for the next international event? Don't beat up on yourself. It's okay. Your focus now is actually promoting San Antonio. Make sure that everybody that you have on your team is actually in San Antonio. Who is excited about Five Links going international? I have a word of caution for you, though. It's very exciting. We're going to Mexico, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, the Philippines. Everything is right here. Guess what? Build in your own backyard first. Nobody in your city knows about Five Links. And yet you're getting ready to pack your bags and fly over to the Philippines. It's not going to happen. Have people calling me every day, oh, Ian, when are we opening Nigeria? When are we opening up Liberia? The United States is still wide open. Canada is still wide open. The Philippines is there. So create your own success story right here in the United States. How many of you would like to become $1 million earner with Five Links? Let me tell you this, all these $1 million earners up front, they did not do it outside of the United States. They did it right here in the United States. And if they can do it, guess what? Who else can do it? You can do it. So focus on building your business right here in the United States. Let the growth of your business dictate the markets you expand into. Thomas did not just fly over to the Philippines without a business partner from the Philippines on his team. It would be crazy of me to pack my bags and fly into Mexico if I don't have a Mexican on my team and run to the streets and stopping people and asking them if they want to join Five Links. Right there in Upper Marlboro where I live at. Just a few people know about Five Links. I still got a lot of work to cover Upper Marlboro. So why Five Links is going international, we are very, very excited of that, but don't lose any focus. Focus on building in your backyard. Make some money before you start spending a lot of money on branding and traveling. And you can make that money right here in the United States. Again, leverage existing meetings that may already be established in a market that you wish to tap into. Can we give a big round of applause to Mr. Thomas Felder? The reason I say that is because he was in the Philippines, and guess what? To the top leadership every day, he actually would send to us the meeting times. He had 10 meetings. Everything was posted with the address. So if Thomas is out there in the Philippines doing meetings, even if I have team members out there, do I necessarily need to fly over to the Philippines when Thomas is there doing meetings? The same meetings. So you have to actually leverage some of these meetings that are already going on in markets that Five Links is already in. And the same applies here in the United States. Why will Frank Kimbrough be doing a meeting in Chicago and I fly out to Chicago when I know he's doing a meeting out there? That's one of the fastest ways of you actually expanding your business, just not only here in the United States, but into these new countries that Five Links will be expanding into. Again, ladies and gentlemen, stay out of politics and focus on what? On production. Politics kill. Politics will kill your production. And most of you are wondering why your business is not growing. You get caught up with the politics. Just get the knowledge that you need to use to build a profitable Five Links business. It's 5 Links. It's 5 Links. As my brother Tupac will always say, one band, one sound. It's 5 Links, ladies and gentlemen. We have the same co-founders. It's just 1 5 lanes. And as Tishina said, let's protect it. This is our house. That's what it is. Thousands and thousands and eventually millions of lives will be seriously affected if something were to happen. God forbid. This is our house and we've got to protect it. And regardless of who it is, all of us have to hold that person accountable. Last time I said it, even if it's Mr. Craig Jerabet, Craig is not bigger than this opportunity. He's not. And so if we stand up and protect it, it's going to be here for us. And generations upon generations will be impacted positively. So can we all say, it's 1 5 lanes? I didn't hear you. It's 1 5 lanes. Stand up 5 lanes. I didn't hear you. It's 1 5 lanes. It's 1 5 lanes. Let's take 5 lanes to $1 billion. I'm Platinum Senior Vice President Ian Chebe.